their true intentions if they want to go on night outs and bars. 9. Never considers their wives even for a second. Have you ever felt like you have no voice over your husband? Frustrating, right? You can't bother to say what you want to say because they have neither the time nor interest to listen to you. Narcissistic husbands never consider their wives even for a moment because of their pride to be the man of the house. They don't want to recognize or acknowledge that someone wants to interfere with their decisions under their roof. They're prideful and arrogant and don't want to listen to anyone, especially their wife and kids. Because for them, they are perfect and they should be the one making the decisions inside their homes. 8. They tell other people that they're the ones trapped in an abusive relationship. Narcissistic husbands also want to play the blame game. If they're in their home, they blame their wives that they're the reason why they're abusing them. They love to put the blame on others because of their actions and words, when it's the other way around. If you're having trouble with your husband in this kind of situation, you should respond to them in the kindest way you can because they will be the ones who will chase you whenever that happens. Narcissistic husbands also love to tell other people, especially random women, that their wives are the one doing the abuse. They go out and say that they are the victims of their marriage. If you ever spot this kind of attitude in a man, be careful because you might be the next victim of their abuse. 7. They keep on rejecting their wives. Have you ever been rejected by your husband in every part of your marriage? Well, maybe because your husband is a narcissist and wants all decisions made are his. But when the decision made was wrong, they pass the blame to you. It hurts to see that your husband does not know how to take responsibility for it because he never wants it in the first place. Narcissistic husbands keep on rejecting their wives for anything that involves their marriage or relationship. They want to show their dominance in their families because of the environment they grew up in and adapt. It's also an indication that they have no voice in their families when they were still children, which is why they want to decide themselves on their marriage and relationship. 6. They disapprove on what their wives are doing. Everything the narcissist's wife does, they keep on disapproving it, because for narcissists, the efforts of their wives are futile and useless. They know that their wives are failures and don't know what they are doing. This is the kind of mindset narcissists have for their wives, which is why their marriage will never last. But even if their wives will file divorce, they will still disapprove because narcissistic husbands need their wives to brag to their friends and, of course, to use them as resources in the future. They want their wives to remain at their side because they still have use for them. 5. Using dating apps even if they are married.
That's cheating.
Most of the time, when narcissistic husbands are bored with their wives, they register on dating apps because they want to have fun. Even if they are married, they don't care about their wives' feelings. They just want to have fun on night outs and in clubs popping bottles. They're never considerate to their wives. They love to flirt around with other women and sleep with them. On a side note, they don't own up to their mistakes. The moment their wives get a hold of their bad habits, they just twist the story and blame the wife for being boring instead. This is the gaslighting habit done by the narcissist, to the point that the wives will believe everything narcissists will say. Keep on the lookout for your husband, because he may be the one who is next to use a dating app. 4. Giving their wives silent treatment after an argument. During an intense argument, narcissistic husbands would be the first ones to shout and blame their wives for the argument. They never yield in an argument until silence comes, and in the upcoming moment, narcissistic husbands are still the ones with pride and dignity, and you will never hear the word sorry come out of their mouths. They want their wives or partners will be the first ones to apologize. They won't ever apologize even if they're the ones at fault. And they are proud of what they are doing even if it's wrong. 3. They lack commitment and loyalty. Like a playboy, even when married, narcissistic husbands never show loyalty and commitment to their wives or partners. They often fool around and take their marriage for granted. They just want to satisfy their desires for their flesh and lust. They always say that a real man sleeps with multiple women because for them, a man can be a man depending on the number of women they slept with. Their commitment to their family, to their wife and children are nothing more than just something they do on a daily basis. They show no love for their wives. To their children, they just see them as something like a resource to show that their life is perfect, that they have a perfect family. 2. They hate their wives. Narcissistic husbands don't really love their wives. They're just with them because of the properties, money, and assets they have.